We'll start. Oh, there we go. Let's fix this so that I can see everything. Da, da, da. Hello! Yay. One person has made it over. 2 people have made it over. Hello. There's still like 7 people sitting over in the original one, and I'm really sorry. I just could not get it to work for some reason. Like the encoder was just like, you can't do this. And I'm like, I've done this before, YouTube. What is your problem? All right. Hi, Chuck. Yay, there are people here. This is very exciting. Excuse my super red face. You know who didn't put on sunscreen today? Me. I did not put sunscreen on today. Chris. Hi, Robin. Hi, Karen. Yay. People are here. That is exciting. Oh my God, Chris, just like dropping straight into the questions. The ride down was good. I started from Tonopah today. I did about 500 miles today, which is part of why my face is so red. And it was pretty warm. I think that I started the day and it was about 60, which is like a heat wave compared to what we were experiencing in Portland when I left. It was like 37. Recently got hotter as I went south. I stopped in Las Vegas and saw Amanda Pants and Alex. Amanda Pants works at Revzilla and is amazing and gave me a little tour of Revzilla, which was super cool. And then I went at lunch in some little town. It starts with an L. I can't remember what it was, but it was good. And then I hauled butt the last section. I only stopped once for gas, and I kind of rolled into Yuma on fumes because I'm a bad kid. How far do you think you'll go tomorrow? I don't know. Like 100 miles, probably. It totally depends on the route once we get there. I don't expect to be doing more than like 120, 150 miles a day, if that. I think that's probably pushing it just a little bit. What section are you looking the most forward to? What are they called? The Alabama Hills? Also, Carl is hiding over here. So if you see me keep looking that way, that is why. Carl is going to help me manage comments, which he's not doing right now. Oh, yeah. So Alabama Hills is probably the section that I'm looking the most forward to. How can we track your progress? When I have service, I'll be posting on Instagram stories. So if you're not following me on Instagram yet, I am at Blind Thistle over there. So that's going to be the best way to get live updates from me when and if I have service. Hi, Robin. Hi, Karen. 42 in Portland today. Nice, Chris. Can't wait to watch you. Thank you, Karen. I really appreciate that. Nathan says hi, if you didn't see that. Hi, Chris. Didn't watch your new video yet. Where are you going? I'm doing the California BDR, which for those who don't know, I guess I should actually explain that. BDR stands for Backcountry Discovery Route, which is a nonprofit organization that creates primarily off-road routes through different states. I don't know how many there are right now. I know that Nevada has one, Colorado, Idaho, those kind of places, and they're all big bike friendly ADV routes. You can also do them on 4x4 vehicles, and they just opened the California South BDR route, which is super exciting, and they advertised it as the first ever winter BDR route because most of the other ones you have to do in like the peak of summer. And because we're masochists, we're doing it in February. Let's see. Mr. Nick, just notice I'm not following you. Yeah, yes, go follow me on Instagram. Karen, did you set any restrictions on this adventure? Hotels. I think my budget is the biggest restriction, honestly. I didn't make any rules for this one. It's not like the pilgrimage where I had very set, strict rules for myself. I think tackling the BDR coming off of my wrist injury is going to be a big enough challenge enough for me. I was realizing yesterday when I stopped at like the 200-mile mark because my body was just so tired that it has been since I've done big days like this. So we're gonna take it easy, baby steps. Oh, my dad's here! Yay! My wrist, honestly, yesterday it wasn't that bad. Like my back hurt way more than my wrist did. It was just kind of stiff. It's not too bad now, but when I was riding into Yuma and I hit like that 400-mile mark for the day, it did start to hurt, mainly up in my arm and less like actually in the bone. But I'm confident that it will be fine. It's probably just because like I was stuck like this for solid 2 hours last section of the day. So, Desert Dave, what other BDRs have you done? I haven't done any. This is my first, which is kind of strictly what they said not to do in the movie. But you know, I like to do difficult things. We are looking forward to snow in Colorado. I live vicariously through your adventures while waiting for spring. Thank you, Robin. I don't know if anybody who's following on Instagram saw, but I did make a last minute decision. I was supposed to ride the bike down the I-5 corridor through California and then over Yuma. The night before I left, I was checking the traffic cams, and Roseburg and Grants Pass got a lot of snow. So I made last minute arrangements to pack my truck with the bike and then park it in Reno at Matt's house. And Matt will be here later tonight. He just left Reno today, and he'll be going on the BDR with us. And I'm really, really glad that I made that decision because the last pass out of Oregon and then going over Highway 44 into Nevada like would not have been doable on the bike at all. Like the snow was so bad, and going over the pass going into California, like it was like blizzard conditions, you know, where you feel like you're going through deep space because all the snow is coming at you. It was awesome. Mr. Nick, there's actually a little piece of plastic called a cramp buster that will help you with that. I've tried those. It hurts worse for me, and I think I'm probably just using it wrong. But I just prefer to just go without it. Nathan, hold on. I wish we were there doing it with you. You'll be doing it in like a month or something, isn't it? Like April something they're leaving. I don't remember. But you guys will probably get the way better weather, to be honest. Adventures with Nibby, wave. Hello. Hi, Nibby. Desert Dave, good for you. Girl power. Yes. I like to do the difficult things because some people tell me that I can't. And, you know, some people would call that a bad piece of personality, but Harley Martian, we are collecting camping gear to start messing around in Michigan this summer. Want to take a ride out to West Coast. Yes, that's so exciting. What kind of camping gear are you getting? Have you made decisions yet? Tell me all the things. Karen Oldfield, you got this. You'll do great. Just have fun. Thank you. I'm going to try. Oh, Jonathan's here. My boyfriend is in the comments. This is so exciting. Mr. Nick, random question. Would you ever do a live stream with Doodle? Would love to see a collaboration between you two. Actually, I have done a live stream with Doodle. We've done 2 together. She's done 2. I mean, wasn't just me and Doodle. It was me and a bunch of other really awesome women moto vloggers, like Killswitch Queen and Moto Carry. Ray was the only dude. And then I can't remember everybody else, but there was a bunch of other women motovloggers in the live stream as well. It was super fun. But I think that live streams can get kind of overwhelming when there's more than 3 people talking. I think the first time that we did it, it went really well because she had a bunch of questions laid out and we all answered them like turn by turn basis. And the second one kind of got crazy because everybody was just kind of like having at the conversation. And there was a lot of us. Chris, we like your personality. Thank you. I'm glad somebody does. Mr. Nick, I also like your personality. Thank you. Oh, you guys are just feeding my ego. Harley Martian, a lot of what 40 Times Around has talked about, along with you and all of your camping brethren and sisters on YouTube, has talked about still figuring out stuff. It's good. I mean, like, it's all a learning process. When totally blatant honesty, when I started camping, I bought a cheap ass Ozark tent from Walmart. and I think I bought a cheap tarp to put under it, and I had it like laid out so that it was like past the edges of the tent, which you're not supposed to do. And I learned that the hard way. I was in it when a big rainstorm went through. I think I was at Dream Roll, and a big puddle formed underneath my tent and started seeping through my bathtub. Pro tip, if you have a ground cloth, it really is not supposed to extend past your rain fly, let alone the edges of your tent, because that's bad. But that's just like, that's stuff that you learn along the way, you know, like when I left for the pilgrimage, I had a nicer tent and I knew a lot more about ground cloths, but I also left with an Intex air mattress that had zero insulation. So it's just things kind of pile up. You pick things up as you go. And I think everybody's, oh my God, evolution of camping gear is actually really interesting. Because some people go out the gate, like they go to REI and they get all the stuff that the techs tell them to get. And even those people have some kind of evolution with their gear because you figure out what works for you. And like, that's different for everybody. Chris Johnson, are you planning on doing any bike maintenance along the way? I was laughing with Matt about this the other day, actually. I don't have tire spoons, but Carl and Matt have tire spoons. So hopefully there will be no issues and we will not have any flat tires. But in the case that there is a flat tire, I will definitely record it while Carl and Matt change my tire. Right now, there's no plan to do any maintenance along the way. I actually changed the oil and I did a big thorough check of the bike before I left. And I changed my front tire and it has a nice new tube in it. I only had 500 miles on my rear tire, so I didn't change that. And we discovered that my front fork is leaking. So that's unfortunate. We didn't have enough time to fix that. So hopefully that doesn't become an issue. If it does, Dad promised that he would get a trailer and come and rescue us if I needed it. So hi, Patty Outback. Yay. Thank you so much for being here. I'm about to do my first moto camping trip, 3 days on Monday. Need all the tips I can get. I'm so terrible at just like coming up with stuff on the top of my head. Like all of the tip videos that you see me make, like that's like weeks of me like writing a script and being like, write this and then adding it to my notes. But if you have any specific questions, I'm here to answer that. Harley, Martian, yep, baby steps with beer. My personal choice is whiskey, but yes. Nathan, for the love of knobs, I want to know if I can swim in the Coliseum. No, you cannot. I think like the official statement is you can, but like there's a lot of nasty minerals and chemicals in the water still because it was a pit mine. I think it would be pretty similar to somebody saying that they could go swim in the pit mine and in Butte like that. No. Robin, I loved watching the lessons learned in your adventures. I've learned my lessons the hard way too. Very same lessons learned. Too much of the wrong stuff. Yes. And I kind of wish that I had done a lot more camping and exploring before I went on the pilgrimage, because I feel like I learned a lot of hard lessons on that trip that I couldn't rectify immediately. So it just kind of compounded on itself, and I was forced to make road fixes, like the fact that I wasn't wearing real motorcycle boots. They were just leather boots, and they got sopping wet, and I didn't have access to garbage bags, so I was forced to like make booties out of Ziploc bags, which doesn't work, by the way. My feet were still sopping wet. It was not a good time. And like the whole air mattress situation, I didn't have enough extra money to replace the air mattress when I realized I was so cold at night because it didn't have any insulation between me and the ground. So I had to I ended up picking up a Pendleton wool blanket that like I wrapped like tacoed around me so I'd have some kind of insulation under me and like over my severely insufficient sleeping bag because I decided to get a 50-degree bag. Not a good idea. Patty Outback, not really. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Have camped a lot before. I'm just convinced that all of my stuff will fall off the back of the bike. What do you use to tie stuff on? I don't know if you can get rock straps where you are, but that is a really good idea. As I firmly suggest trying to find alternate ways to tie your stuff down other than, oh my God, Carl.
Bungee cords.
Bungee cords. Thank you. But you can get like this bungee net, which is a really good option. Rock straps are a really good option. Carl, are you trying to insert like?
I can't.
Carl has an opinion.
I do. Let me get a piece of gear.
Okay, Carl's gonna get a piece of gear to show you. But rock straps are really great. I'm obviously biased because I'm sponsored by them, but Wolfman luggage bags are really great, and they come with their own straps to strap it to the bike. I don't know what he's kidding. Mr. Nick, best tip I could offer is to watch the weight management on your bike, making sure it's evenly distributed on both sides. This is true. If you can get as much of the weight on your bike as low as possible, if you can get like throw over saddlebags, that is an excellent option. And you don't have to get super expensive bags either. When I started traveling, I didn't know if I was going to like it. So I got super cheapo like leather bags off of Amazon, and I put trash bags in them to make them waterproof. Like investments in gear over time are totally worth it, but you kind of like, I feel like those things are more worth it after you've lived with really crap gear for a while, because then you appreciate how much better specialized gear is. And then also like a general rule of thumb is that if you can't get saddlebags, you end up like piling stuff on the back of your bike. Like general rule, don't make it taller than your shoulders, okay? Fred the Barber, petty buy rock straps. Yes, Fred the Barber. I find the bungee net too loose and floppy, but rock straps are solid. Yes. Crunchy Ham, I adore rock straps. Bought some wrapping paper and pitchfork home with them. That's awesome. I think Carl has found his piece of gear.
Well, yeah, I use 3 different things. Here we go.
What? Carl, explain these.
Okay.
Carl, grab a seat. Okay.
Hello. So I use 3 different types of the ballistic nylon ties. They come with different fixtures on the ends. There's the D-ring style.
Yes.
Does that show it good?
There you go. Yeah.
Right. So when you loop that around your gear, you just cinch it down like
Hold
this.
it up higher, Carl. There you go.
I can't see both things. Anyway, so that's the fixture. So there's a D-ring fixture.
Uh-huh.
And then these are a little bit different. Typically what you would see like on a backpack strap, right? So when you loop through that, you'll just do one of these. And then pull that through to snug that down. And if you get a strap that's a little bit rougher, it'll actually help prevent it from pulling loose when you're going over bumps and dips and that sort of stuff.
Where did you get that from, Carl?
These actually came with my first gear.
Sorry, guys. Oh, okay.
But this strap here, I got REI, and it just has a.
Oh, okay. So this one that has the class or whatever he got at REI. So I feel like if you go to an outdoor store,
yep,
and like ask for some kind of strap like this, you could probably find that there too.
This one came from Sportsman's Warehouse.
Okay. So there's options. Yay. Catching up. Sorry guys, I'm catching up. Have you used Wolfman Enduro bags? I'm looking to buy a set, but I'm worried they are too small for long trips. I think it depends on what kind of packing you're doing. If you are new to motor camping, they're gonna be too small. I feel like if you have a good hammock camping setup, they would be great. But if you are not hammock camping and you need a freestanding tent, they probably won't have enough room. You'd have to put a duffel bag on the back of your bike. Chris Johnson, they are 18 liters each. Yeah. Fred the Barber, wish you a bunch of luck and fun times on your adventure. Thank you. Richard Danes, love the rock straps. Yeah. Martin said, hi, Carl. Country Ham, hi. She read my comment. Patty Outback, I'll have to look for some bags. We'll have to make to do with what I have for the moment. I'll invest in some proper stuff. I'm 6'4", so it won't be higher than my shoulders. Well, that's good. You know, you don't have to worry about that kind of weight distribution. I think that's more of a problem for people with cruisers because it's so easy to pile stuff on the back and tie it to like a sissy bar. I see a lot of women just like take big, huge like backpacking backpacks and strap it to the back of their bike, and then they strap everything that won't fit in that backpack around it. And it's kind of a mess. Owen Hickman, yeah, I buy the nylon strapping and clips at a local hardware store. Yeah. Karen, do you bring any guilty pleasures with you on the adventure, like a snack or a favorite thing, you know, something you must make room for? Like all of my camera gear takes up so much space. Actually, I repacked everything in Reno and like got rid of one of my cameras. I made Matt carry one of my other cameras. I think that most of my camera gear is my guilty pleasure, guilty items or whatever. Luxury items, I would actually call them. Especially all the new camera gear, because like the big camera takes up a lot more space in my tank bag, and then I have a new mic for it, and then I have a stabilizer and the new drone. Although I wouldn't call the new drone like a luxury item anymore because it fits inside my duffel bag now instead of having to have its own bag on the back of the bike. Snacks though, I love the Go Macro like peanut butter bars. I can't eat Cliff Bars anymore. Like I'm just sick of them. So I will stock up those because it's really hard to find them on the road. So I have enough of those bars to get me through the whole trip. Oh, and any hardware? Yes. Desert Dave, are you using a GPS and Butler Maps, and what kind of GPS? I got the Montana GPS. Carl, will you hand me that? On the recommendation of For the Love of Knobs, thank you, Nathan, for walking me through this purchase. I got the Garmin Montana. I think I have the 640, 650. I have the 650. Yes. And I found some free topo maps online, and I downloaded those, and I got the route off of the BDR website. And I also have the official BDR paper map as well. It's the first time using a GPS, so thankfully, Nathan gave me like a walkthrough. I'm sorry, For the Love of Knobs gave me a walkthrough before I left Portland. So I'm a lot more familiar with it now. So I think that it will be fine. I'm just kind of tentative about it because I haven't had a lot of real world use of it. Let's see here. Find where I was here. Harley Martin, any craft store will have most build straps. Yes. Fred the Barber, Chris Johnson, Wolfman is great, but so expensive. I have similar bags that are made by Nelson Rigs that are super tough and were much cheaper. This is true. Obviously I'm biased, but I personally feel like the customer service at Wolfman is really, really great. And I think that's part of the price that you pay. For the Love of Knobs, are you, I just lost it. Are you going to hit Benton Hot Springs at the end of the CABDR? I think it depends on how cold it is. If it's super cold, we'll try to hit the hot springs. If it's not, we might just like haul butt to Reno. And then I guess it also depends on like what time of the day it is when we finish. I think the last 2 sections are still closed, so it's hard telling. Petty Outback, awesome, folks. Thanks for the tips. Really appreciate it. Gotta go work now. Thank you, Petty Outback, for visiting. Thank you so much for being on my live stream. Mr. Deck, I feel the only items you must make room for on a bike is the Nintendo 3DS. That's a good one. Moto Girls, hi, is your Etsy store open now? So I felt really bad because somebody ordered something like the day that I left, and I made Jonathan send it for me. Thank you, Jonathan, for sending that for me. But in the interest of having people not have to wait like 2 weeks before I get back, I have put my Etsy shop in the vacation mode. It will be turned back on March 15th. But in the meantime, you can buy prints and stickers and like t-shirts and all kinds of stuff at my Redbubble shop. I think if you search Blind Thistle in the Redbubble shop, in the Redbubble search bar, you should be able to find my shop. Old guy on a bike. Thing. I can't click that link right now. Owen Hickman, keep an eye on that wrist. I will. I brought some awesome Badger Balm if it starts to hurt, and I also brought my brace if it really starts to get bad, I have that. Chris Johnson at Fred. Thanks for the tip. I have small. Old guy on a bike. Great for keeping warm, but keep an air mattress and sleeping. Motor Girls. I was checking in some t-shirts but couldn't get on Etsy today. Yeah, that's why I set it on vacation mode. You can sometimes find crazy deals. Yes, this is true. Yeah, no, I think Carl, didn't you get your Wolfman bags off Craigslist?
No, I
No.
bought them from Wolfman.
Oh, you bought them from Wolfman, yeah. They make a green chili adventure soft rack, but you can strap your own bags to it. I've been meaning to order one. Thank you, Jonathan. Yeah. Yay! Yes! I love this conversation happening in the live chat. That's so great. I love that we can help each other. It's so nice. Yay! Excellent. Yay! Harley Marsh, I need to do this more. I mean, if you guys enjoy it, I will. Maybe we will try to live stream from the trail somewhere. I just don't know where we're going to be able to find reliable Wi-Fi in order to do it and that kind of stuff. And we had already booked this Airbnb before, like a month ago or something. So I knew that we would have Wi-Fi. So since I wasn't going to be able to make a video for next week, I wanted to make this little live stream to like appease the gap, kind of. Yeah. Hopefully, I'm hoping to have a little trailer of the CABDR like 4 or 5 days after we get back, and we get back like we're supposed to get back the 14th or the 15th of March. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Are you a troll? I don't appreciate that. Desert Dave, sorry to hear about your job, but now you have time. Yes, now I have time. Yeah, no, I was joking about the fact that now I don't have to be back on time, but Carl still has to be back on time.
Technically, they said I have to be ready to be back at work on the 19th.
Mm-hmm.
Technically.
What are they gonna do for like the demo day? That was on the 17th, Carl. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The latest recently bought CF Moto, which is like this Chinese brand that makes side-by-sides and 4x4s and that kind of stuff, and I mean four-wheelers. And they also make bikes, but they won't sell them in the US, and I'm very angry about it because they look so cute. Anyway, they're scheduled to have some kind of demo day on the 17th that we were supposed to be back for, but I don't have to be back for that now, so ha 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 ha. Dumb people are everywhere. This is true. Country Ham, I may have missed it somewhere, but can you put how you find a place to sleep if you can't make it to your campsite before it storms? This is like very specific to like the state that you're in. I feel like, so if you're in Oregon or Idaho or Washington or Montana, and even some places in Northern California, if you know that you can't make it to where you're supposed to camp for the night, if you go up some Forest Service road, you can disperse camp, which is where you have to be a certain amount of feet from the road. You can't be visible from the road, and you have to be a certain amount of feet from a water source as well. And I did this a couple times in Montana because I couldn't make it to my campsite. If you're in an urban area, like I honestly just Googled cheap hotels, especially if I know it's going to downpour. I haven't picked up the knack for setting up my tent in the rain without getting everything wet yet. Still a skill that I'm working on. For the love knobs, will you leave us a surprise or some kind of art along the way in the desert? Maybe leave a waypoint. I'd love to see your footage of it and we could film finding it. I will try to like hide something for you in the desert. I don't know if that really like combines with leave no trace rules, but I will try. Austin, quit smiling. It's creepy. I'm sorry. It's just my default face, especially when I'm nervous. I smile and giggle a lot when I'm nervous. Country ham, just skip over the trolls. Yes, this is the goal. The RV shakes when I go camping. Ugh. Wow, I didn't realize I would have to moderate such a small channel live stream. Thank you, Robin. Yay. Also, I don't even know where I'd leave a message for Nathan and them in the desert. There isn't.
We'll do it as a GPS cache if we can.
We'll do it as a GPS cache. Carl, do you know how to do that? Okay, good. I don't know how to do that. Carl knows how to do that. Oh, thank you, Robin. That's so sweet. Do you take a portable tea kettle when you're going to camp? Thanks, Jonathan. No, but I have a stove and it makes hot water. And Coach Ron sent me a ton of green tea that I'm so excited about. And also I found these really cool, like little prepackaged bits of honey at the Safeway store, which was super awesome. So I'm super excited about that because I can't go back to drinking my tea with just sugar. It's a thing that I can't do anymore. What are your plans after conquering the California BDR? Finding a job. The main trips that I have planned this year is just the BDR and then going home for Rocky Mountain Roll, obviously. BC Dubs, you can still buy tickets for that. Self-promotion. And then right now I plan to go to Babes Right Out again this year. A ton of people were very sad that I did not go last year. So I feel like I disappointed them. And so I'm going this year to make them happy. But that's what everything that's on the horizon right now. I do want to do a lot more camping this year than I did last year. But like a lot of these things depend on whether I get like what my new job is going to be and how much time they're going to allow me to take off. Obviously, Rocky Mountain Roll is going to happen no matter what. That's kind of non-negotiable. Are you going to be taking video on the trip? Yes, yes. There should be, I think, 10 episodes. I'm going to try to put them up one per day while we're on the BDR. So that stuff will be coming out after I get back. I won't be editing anything on the trail. I just have like this dinky tablet with me just so that I could live stream with you guys. And it's not powerful enough to edit anything. So do you have any plans to do the Washington BDR? Not at this point. I think that it would be super fun in the future, especially since I have heard a lot of things about Baby Head Hill. And it's a lot closer to home. So it should be a lot easier to take time off to do because we do not have to travel. What has it been, like 2,000 miles down to Yuma from Portland? It's been a long way. For the 11 knobs, Carl question, what is he looking forward to see the most? Carl.
Okay. So I did no homework about this trip. So I haven't seen the video. I haven't seen the clips. So the thing I'm most looking forward to seeing is all of it.
That's a pretty good answer, I think. Harley Martian, I want to take my camera with me, but do you use hard bag to store it or just pad yours up with safe space? So my big camera goes on my tank bag because it's the one that's least likely to get damaged if I drop the bike. I am kind of disappointed in myself to say that there isn't a whole lot of padding around it. Carl, will you hand me my tank bag? And then my big camera. So this is my tank bag. And here is my camera, and it obviously lives with the lens cap on, but it lives like right here in my bag. And you can kind of see there's a little bit of padding inside of the bag, like in here. So it's protected from like my tank. And then I have like the big mic here, and then the rest of my memory cards and batteries go in this dry bag. And if it starts to rain, the camera and the mic and everything goes in this dry bag because this tank bag is not waterproof. And then I've got my inReach over here. I've got snacks and a bunch of other stuff in here, and notebooks and a battery pack. And then the California BDR map. Yay! I think the first trip that I did on the pilgrimage, I had the Skyline tank bag, and it had a lot more space in it because it was a nice, bigger square shape, and it doesn't fit on the Tiger quite as well. The Black Hawk tank bag is a lot better shaped for the odd shape of the Tiger tank. But since I had a lot more space, I took the foam inserts out of one of my camera bags, and that's what my camera lived in on that. Chris Johnson, what is your favorite moto camping food? Oh, this is so hard. I recently discovered packet gourmet meals, and those are dehydrated meals that I really like. Carl doesn't like them because they have a high sodium count. When I was on the pilgrimage, I like literally just ate egg noodles and artichoke hearts, like canned artichoke hearts, because it was really cheap and kind of nourishing. I did lose a lot of weight, and I probably wasn't getting all the vitamins that I needed. But it was something that I never got tired of either. Like I could still eat like just like rice or egg noodles and artichoke hearts and be totally fine. Oh, now they're moving a lot. I have to get back up to where I was. Are you going to break this trip up into a video series? Yes. The plan is for it to be about 10 episodes. Hopefully it works out that way. As long as none of my camera cards corrupt like they did in Baja, it will be one video per day that we're on the trip. Robin, what do you use to edit? Your videos are so well done. Thank you. I use Adobe Premiere Pro. And if you are familiar with other Adobe systems, it's really easy to move into that program. But if you're not familiar with Photoshop or InDesign or any of those programs, it can be kind of difficult to learn. But I highly recommend it. It's really like, I feel like it's the best editing system for people who just want to like edit their clips together. I do the monthly program. I think it was like $21 a month or something like that. With the Creative Cloud. But there are other like free programs that you can totally download. I think DaVinci is the closest free program to Premiere Pro that you can get. So you could totally get that and practice with that until you're ready to commit to Premiere. I know a lot of people edit in After Effects, and you can do a lot more fancy stuff in After Effects than you can in Premiere Pro. Premiere Pro is kind of like a dumbed down version of After Effects, but I like it. Harley Martian. Oh, okay. Never thought of that. We'll have to get a bag for my tank. Yes, tank bags are awesome. Highly recommend. Desert Dave. I've been looking for vids on the CABDR, but not much out there really. Looking forward to yours. Thank you. I'm super excited. Yeah, I don't think that a ton of people have done it. I know I've been following the hashtag on Instagram, and I've been following like 6 or 7 people who've been doing it in the last couple weeks. But I don't know if any of them have recorded their trip or not. So it's kind of hard to tell. But if you're looking for like just other people's content of the CABDR, like highly recommend just like searching the hashtag like CABDR on Instagram. It's awesome. It's also been kind of scary for me because I've been seeing everybody's posts of all the snow. Harley Martian but it's almost midnight and can't spell. Chris, curious, there's always the debate where the inReach or have it on the bike. What did you choose to put it? Why did you choose it to put it in your tank bag? I made the personal decision to put it in my tank bag because I have experience of having hard things on my body when I fall, and it's not great. It's really not great. The first time that I rode proper off-road, not just like Forest Service roads, with the P&W Dual Sport group, I was on the CB500X, and it still had street tires, and that's how I got one of my nicknames anyway. And I had bear spray on my hip. It just like was part of my get up because I just got back from the pilgrimage. and like 2 miles from the end of the trail. I think that I only had dumped it like 1 or 2 times, like leading up to that, and I was feeling really good about myself because there was a bunch of other BMW GSs on the ride that had dumped it like continuously, like almost like clockwork, like every 20 minutes. So I felt really great about myself. And 2 miles from the end of the trail, my rear tire got a rut in the road and decided it wanted to be in front, and I landed right smack dab on that bear spray. So personal decision. I don't wear hard things on my bodies. Like everything in my pockets is soft. So when I hit it, it's gonna hurt a little bit because there's still stuff in my pockets, but it's not gonna hurt quite as bad as landing on that bear spray did. So it lives in my tank bag. Chris Johnson, I've heard you should keep the GPS on your body in case you get thrown off the bike. Yes, that is definitely a concern. I'm also equally concerned if I like strap it here, like a lot of people do, like up here, and I come off the bike. I'm also equally concerned that it will break my collarbone. Just thoughts. Michael, hello from San Diego. Hi, Michael. Thank you for joining us. Interesting, Chris. I feel as though Sony Vegas is losing the editing wars. I don't even know what Sony Vegas is. Is that an editing program? I don't know about it. Annette Motobiker, do you follow Rosie on Instagram? Are you talking about Rosie Gabrielle? In which case I do. She also has a YouTube channel. I follow her on YouTube too. Chris, I agree. It's a great way to get started in editing, but it's kind of limited. Also, it is an editing program. Okay, I'm catching up. To be honest, like I am an Adobe loyalist, so I know a lot of Adobe programs and I don't know a lot of others. Chris, gotta hate it when your rear tire does the old switcheroo. Yes, it's so selfish. How could it just decide that it wants to be in front? Like, it's like it was trying to escape its means or something. Just so rude. Cole, hey, hi Cole, yay. Make Carl do some of this. I don't know if you guys know, but Carl is kind of camera shy. The last 2 years we've been doing this thing called Carl's Mystery Ride. And our boss has continuously wanted him to start like doing videos, like being in front of the camera. And Carl is awful in front of the camera. Like, I'm sorry, Carl, but it's so bad.
I'm not offended. It's okay.
It's so bad.
Everyone knows.
Like, I thought that I was bad because like I have to say a line like 3 or 4 times and then I have to edit it out. It takes a lot of editing to edit me talking because there's a lot of ums and like, and then like I sit there looking at my script for like 10 minutes before I start talking again, just so I can get the gist of what I'm trying to get across without missing any points. And editing Carl was not, oh my God. He's just so stiff. It's, oh my God.
So Carl doesn't get speaking parts.
Yeah, so Carl doesn't get speaking parts. Like the couple of videos I put up on the Carl's Mystery Ride channel. By the way, I made those, just so everybody knows. I made those. They're all of Carl, but I'm the one behind the camera and editing. All of the videos that on Carl's Mystery Ride channel like are without voice for a good reason. Even the super long shoot that we did for Next Adventure, and that took like all day. It was really fun though. It doesn't have words on purpose. Let's see, where was I? Will you give us a good report on the 8 miles of sand on Indian Pass Road? Maybe on Instagram. Yes, I will do my best to give an in-depth review of the 8 miles of sand that looks like pea gravel. So I'm really interested to get there and actually see it and be able to tell you if it's pea gravel or actually sand. So stoked about that. My mom is here. Everybody say hello to my mom. She's Angela Zito. Yay. Thank you for being here, Mom. Chris Johnson, Carl's favorite camp food. He can yell from the couch. Speak up, Carl.
Okay, so I got these green belly they're bars. They're like a meal that's ready to eat, third of your daily nutrition, blah, blah, blah. I'm pretty excited about those. I've had a couple, they're okay. And I'm also trying out a couple other backpacker style rehydrate options.
Okay. If you didn't hear that, he said green belly meals and backpacker style rehydration objects.
Trying 2 new ones.
Do you know what the brands are?
Not off the
No, no, he doesn't know off his head.
We'll put them
go
in the
get
video.
them.
We'll put them in the.
We'll put them in the comments. Let's see. Oh, and Carl's mystery face. Harley Martian, I'm about to replace both tires on the Springer Softail. Do you have an opinion on what type of off-street tire that would be good for most street, but still want to take a bit of off-road? I highly, highly, highly recommend the Continental TKC 70s. I did the whole pilgrimage on them. They lasted the whole thing. They still have tread on them. They're the tires that I put on the CB500X when I got it. And they're just an all-around really amazing tire. The wear life is like forever. It's not forever, but it's a really long time. And they handle really well off-road. Those are the tires that I did the P&W Dual Sport ride on. And I didn't feel like I was missing any traction, to be honest.
Springer Softail. It's a Harley.
I know it's a Harley. He specifically asked what type of off and street tire. Just saying. Carl's mystery face. That's a new thing, Carl. Carl's mystery face is a new thing. I just want you to know that. Carl's great from the peanut gallery. He just gave a thumbs up. A man with an epic beard should not be shy. Yes. I loved your artwork from the P&W Writers Group. Thank you, Owen. I really appreciate that. I really enjoyed doing the art for them. I'm really good friends with Jesse Felker, who is their kind of like co-founder. And so I've kind of become the official artist for the P&W Dual Sport Group, especially the opener and closer posters, which has been super awesome and has gotten my name out there way more than I thought that it would. So that's super cool. See, everybody said hi to Mom. This is so great. Thank you. This is awesome. What socks are you wearing on the road, and do they keep your feet dry and warm? It's like a mix. So I really like the Darn Tough socks, especially the skiing ones, because I always have cold feet. So I have 2 pairs of the Darn Tough skiing socks that are like up to thigh. And then I have 1 pair of Darn Tough socks that are just like up to ankle. It's hot because they're just a hiking sock. They're not the ski socks. And then I really like the Stance socks. I got a pair at Babes Right Out 2 years ago. And they're more lightweight than the Darn Tough socks. But they're really great for riding on the motorcycle. They're thigh high and they are not as compressed at other thigh high socks, which I appreciate. The thing that I really like about the Darn Tough socks is that they're supposed to have a lifetime warranty. So if you like put a hole through them and you send them, like you tell Darn Tough that they got a hole, they're supposed to give you new socks. And the whole bottom of the sock is like reinforced because they're meant to be hiker socks that like last forever. And then I also have like a nondescript pair of really fluffy, warm socks that I sleep in. As far as keeping my feet dry, though, that's kind of more the job of my boot than of my socks. I'm going to guess Fruit of the Loom socks. No, although I'm pretty sure that's what I took on the pilgrimage, though. Oh, look, Tim is in the comments. Hi, Tim. Thank you for being in my live stream. Hi, Amanda. Just got on here. Pretty excited to see your adventures in the CABDR. And thank you, Tim. I'm super excited. I'm super stoked. Let's wait and see what she says. Christian was, hey, Tim. Yay. Tim, I want you to know that I like the last few days I've been getting a ton of comments like on like a bunch of my past videos that says that your channel and my channel are their favorite. So I've been taking that as a huge compliment. Cole A, getting Shinkos put on the Tiger tomorrow at latest. Time for some mystery writing. Yeah, yes, it's very exciting. The opener is coming up really fast.
Yes.
And I won't be there. Robin, love my darn tough socks. Yes, they're like amazing. When I found them, my world changed. Just a little bit. Yeah. If you were to get a KTM, what would it be? 690 to 1190. You like totally took out all the dirt bikes. You know that there's a hole in my garage that like a dirt bike space needs to be filled. So, oh my God, that's so hard. Can I cheat and say a white KTM? I want the 501. I feel like the 1190 and the 1090 would be too big. Personal opinion. I feel like the 1090 and the 1190 would be too big, especially for what like I would want to be doing on it. And I feel like the 690, like the thumper, like I wouldn't be able to handle it. Is there like something in the middle? Carl, is there something in the middle of the KTM range between 690 and the 1190?
The 690 Adventure R just came out.
Okay.
The 1090 replaced the 1190, and then it goes to 1290.
So there's nothing in the middle. There's not like an 800 or anything.
The 790 would be the closest thing.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm game to try this like 690 Adventure R. I'm down to try that. The channels, I mean. Oh, thank you, Harley Martian. Yay. Mom, I'm wearing my darn good socks today. I bought my mom and my dad pairs of darn tough socks for Christmas last year. So they could also appreciate the life-changing of the darn tough socks. Mr. Nick, if given the chance, why not use the 1190 Super Duke? I just personally like from all the bikes that I have ridden and tried, like I have never wanted or felt the need to have more than 800 cc's. Totally personal opinion. Like I feel like it has plenty of power on the highway. It has enough to get me around semis. Like I don't know. I personal opinion, I guess. Like I just don't feel the need to like prove my macho-ness by having a bike that big. Yeah. And I feel like it's just a lot of weight to like try to maneuver off-road, and the Tiger is a lot of weight by itself. I can see Amanda on a two-smoker. Yes! I've ridden a two-stroke before and it was so much fun. And that's part of the reason why there's a giant dirt bike hole in my garage. And part of the reason that I want the Husky so much is because I had the opportunity to test ride like a ton of dirt bikes. And like I tried like a T125. I think that's the Yamaha, right? T125. Anyway, I tried like a little Yamaha. I think I tried the CRF 450, and I really like that one too. That would probably be like high on my list. Any of like this Honda CRFs, honestly, really high on my list. And then I tried the KTM, and I found that the throttle was a little much for me, especially being new to two strokes. The throttle control was not where I needed it to be personally. But then I tried the Husky, and it's just like so much smoother. Like the have you? No,
I haven't ridden either.
Carl has not ridden either, so he does not know. But that's just my personal opinion. Everybody has a personal opinion. Where was I? 500, 790. Hey, Carl, when is your mystery opener?
May 26th.
May 26th.
That's what my calendar says.
That's what his calendar says, and I made the calendar. So unless they randomly change it, which they could because I'm not there anymore, it's May 26th. And they're starting at Latest Triumph in Gladstone, Oregon, the greater Portland area. Have you ridden Chris's bike? Oh, are you talking about Chris Vance's bike? Oh, the DR650. Is that what you're talking about? I don't actually no, I don't think I have. And Emerald also has the DR650, and she went on the Baja trip with us last year, and she also had the DR650. And she offered for me to ride her bike, and I still haven't ridden the DR650. I feel like it's a really great bike though. Like I was joking with my friend Marissa the other day that there's like a little DR650 gang like that's happening in Portland right now. Desert Dave, I have the 525 and the 350. Love them both. Yay! Mr. Nick, dear Amanda, I adore your macho-ness. Thank you. I'm going to take that as a really big compliment. Lee Swearinger. The new 790 KTM is coming out in 2 versions, tall and short. Probably short for you. Probably. I'm like 5'7", and we did lower my Tiger. It's lowered like 3/4 of an inch. I put the Soupy lowering kit on it, and then Rick, one of the techs at Latest, lowered the forks and the triple clamps so that it would be even instead of just enough so that I could tippy toe on both sides. I'm definitely not flat foot. It was more like a stepping stone so that I could get comfortable like one footing it on the Tiger, because I wasn't used to the top heaviness when I first got it. I'm a lot more confident on it now. No worse 2-stroke. Oh, no, I haven't tried the beta. I haven't tried the beta yet. Come ride my bikes. One day, Chris, we'll just like, I'll just come to your house and we'll have like a little like collab on the like For the Love of Knobs channel where I come and ride the For the Love of Knobs bikes. Harley Martian, okay, have to start the rig at 6 a.m. Ohio time. Y'all be safe as always. Stay golden, pony boy and girls. Have a safe trip, Amanda. Bye, Harley Martian. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I guess we are getting up to the hour mark, so we'll be ending this shortly. For the Love of Knobs, my 701.
Yes.
So yes, okay. I guess that's happening. It'll be fun because we'll have other people to film too. Like I won't be the only one behind the camera. That's kind of exciting. I was kind of bummed. Like Nathan and Chris invited me on their CABDR trip that they're doing in April, and I wasn't able to go because work told me no. So then we planned this trip in February, and then they let me go anyway. So there's that. But I'm excited. I'm excited to do the trip with Carl and Matt. I think it's going to be a good time. I don't know if you guys are following my Instagram. I'm at Blind Thistle, but when I got to Matt's house, he tried to put stickers on my bike while I was sleeping on the couch, no less. He went outside and was trying to put stickers on my bike, and I found out, and I was not amused. But yes, there will be many shenanigans. Okay, the stream of comments has kind of slowed. I think that we're coming to an end. If you have any last minute comments, I will answer them. But we are getting up to the 1 hour mark, and I don't want this to be super, super long. So yay, I will wait like a minute. Otherwise, we're gonna shut this down. Be safe, guys. Amanda, make sure you don't leave Carl in the dust. I like how everybody thinks that I'm faster than you. Have fun. Be safe. We're looking forward to seeing your videos. Thank you. I'm very excited. Ride safe. Yay. Much love. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. It's been awesome. Safe trip. Yay. I'm so glad that you guys liked it. I feel much encouraged to do more of these in the future. People were actually here. That's kind of exciting. Love you, Mom. Yay, awesome. Thank you guys for being here. That's so cool. Okay, all right, okay, I'm leaving now then. Bye, Mom. Everybody say bye, Mom. Bye. Yay, oh, I love you, Jonathan. Thank you for being on my stream. Yay. Yes, yes. Bye, Mom. All right. Bye, guys. Thank you for being a part of my stream. And if you're not following my Instagram already, that's going to be where you can see all of my live updates from the trail as we have service. So at Blind Thistle. And you can also go follow Carl. He's at Carl.Lipke. I'm sure he'll be tagged in some of my posts, so you can find it through that way as well. Okay, excellent, good. Thank you, guys. I'll see you later.